So when I look at the differences and the overlap and the differences of ADHD and being an empath, um, I feel, and I look at my own path, with ADHD and being an empath. So when I started my spiritual journey way back when, ADHD wasn't in people's mouth as it is today, which is 12 years after. 14 years later. I think the first time I learned that I was an empath was 17 years ago. Yep, I remember I was 30. So 15 years ago. Way back when, even being an empath was something that wasn't talked about too much. Being an empath was something that I had read in a book, one sentence, nothing more than that. And then, so I tried to search for it. No one could explain. I remember even my sister going like, yeah, you can't blame everything on the empathy, but that's what it was. I was absorbing everybody's energy. So I needed to learn to overcome that. So that embarked me on my journey to follow along, to become more aware of myself, of who I am, finding out who I truly am for myself, and learning to protect myself on an energetic level. Not just protecting myself, learn to stop absorbing. What helps you? Because it's one thing to stop yourself, to protect yourself, so one thing is to protect yourself. The other thing is to stop absorbing. And to be able to stop absorbing, you need to do inside work. You need to work on yourself. You need to heal so many parts inside of you. And with that came self-acceptance of who I am, the way I am. The next thing that I found out, the next term that came up was being a multi-potentialite, someone who loves different kinds of things, which for me was just like, okay, so yeah, that's a description of me. And then came the human design part that explained to me that I'm a projector. And as a projector, with open things, I would also have that empathic part that I accepted of myself. And for the past year and a half, we've been hearing more and more about ADHD people, and the more I hear about them, the more I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like whenever I see a description about ADHD people, I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me when I'm not regulated. That's me way back when I wasn't able to, when I'm not in alignment with myself. That's me. That's me when I'm not connected. So that's my journey with ADHD. I realized that everything that I have learned to become more aligned with my true self through my empathic self has helped me to align myself with my ADHD. When I look at where ADHD differs from being an empath, meaning that especially the cognitive function and the emotional dysregulation, I've noticed that I can use the same tools to regulate myself. I can use the same tools to be more present. And again, all of these things work if I am using my tools. And if I don't, that's when we'll go cuckoo. And then on the other hand, but there are little things, like the typical one, how all the ADHD people are very, or are said to be, like that we interrupt others because we want to talk faster, because our brain's going faster, because our brain's everywhere. And it's just about, calming ourselves. It's not. We just sometimes have a very vivid, our brain is going woohoo. And so we're just on a roll, and I don't see the necessity to change that. I feel like that's how we are. That's our type of human that makes us, the perfect people to be good in stressful situations, to be good organizers, to be good leaders in a way, to, whenever there's a deadline, we're very good at it. ADHD people are good with their hyper focus. There's so many beautiful things that I don't want to change about that. So that's my journey with ADHD. Actually, I just chose to use that term because I know I am ADHD. Like, you can test me, and you'll know that I have it, that I am it. Because for me, it's not having it. It's not an illness. It's a description of a form of people, and we are that kind of people. And again, all those things that feel like you're a dysregulated ADHD person, I feel that I have conquered those because of my journey with being an empath, with all the energies, because I had to do that. And that's what has helped me to regulate my ADHD today.